to be addressed, or was maybe?
No, I mean, we talked our crap. They heard it and they get to talk their crap. It's part of the game. It's not like personal. I can talk crap all I want. At the end of the day, I have mad respect for Sandy. Sandy coached me. Me and Sandy go way back. Saab, Stewie. I have mad respect for those players.
Coach, I know that's not the outcome you wanted. Before getting into game specific questions, I guess, what do you say to your team when you're down 10 points and you call that full timeout? Just what's the message to them to kind of close the game out?
The one that was around 7 minutes or later in the fourth.
There was only a minute left and you called a full timeout, that one.
I mean, I called one at 7 or around there because I felt like we were panicking a little bit, and 7 minutes was more than enough time. The last one, I mean, you're just grasping for straws. So, at the end of the day, we didn't have it shooting wise. Thought we had good looks. We missed, and the layup thing started happening again in the fourth quarter. So, but you look at this sheet, you can't win against a team like that shooting 32%, 23 from 3, like, and then get absolutely your ass is handed to you on the glass. So kudos to them. They've been the best team all year. Let's be real. You know, we needed back-to-back really great games. Because their sense of urgency was going to be different, you know, so I think their group earned it. They earned it all year.
Maybe just a follow up to that. Obviously, you said, their group earned it all year, but your group, like you said, kind of fought through a lot of adversity. And you talked about giving each other grace. Is that kind of what the gist of the post game locker room conversation was like?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a lot of hard learning lessons. I mean, it hurts now. I promise you, it's gonna hurt tomorrow, probably worse because it sets in the next day. But you got to build habits and you got to work in a way that you believe you deserve to win. That you believe you deserve to win. And at the end of the day, I thought, our shortcomings stood out a little bit. And we have some great things to build on. We don't have it every year. It's not the way this works. You don't get to flip a switch. It's the beautiful thing about sports, actually. The work and the commitment and the buy-in and the play hard and the want to and the will always show up in the end. And like I said, New York's had really great will and determination this whole year. We talked a lot of smack last year. I'm sure they heard it and they got to smack us this year. So for us, we will have a long off season. And for us, we will be back next year. And I'm sure the focus level will be very different. I can pretty much guarantee that.
Becky, kind of going off that point, how do you think you're going to look back on this season? Is it obviously Montreal championship is that the primary thing that stands out, or is there positive?
No, I mean, yeah, there's absolutely positives. First of all, I love that group of women. I do. I care about them. I care about getting the best out of them. I care about when they're hurting. I care about them when they're great. I care about them when they're not great. So is there learning in the losses? Of course, there better be. There better be, or you don't get to grow. And, I'm really proud of this group because even, my coaching staff and everything, like, we've changed the way this league plays. And that's something that our team can be, like, proud of. Sped it out. We sped it up and spaced it out. And now everybody's, I think it's been great for our game. You're seeing a lot of really great individual, like, not only team, but just great individual performances. I mean, Fee had a hell of a year. Asia obviously was Asia and was out in another universe this year. But you really had a lot of other people Stewie, so, I mean, it's a fun way to play, I think. I think it's entertaining to watch. And you know, that core four in our group that we brought in, like they started that. And you know, this team was put together to take us out, and they did.
Becky, from an organizational standpoint, what do you think needs to be done in the off season?
Ask me that in a week. I'm still reeling about this game. I haven't sat there and gone through what we've never done exit meetings. We've done exit partying. So we're gonna have to get together, figure it out, but I mean, obviously we have to get better. We have to really take a sharp look at ourselves, look ourselves in the mirror, see our shortcomings, and then, you know, you got to make the moves necessary, whatever that means, to put the best product that we possibly can. It's not going to be the same group probably next year. It just won't. And I'm sad about that because I really like that group. They're a pain in my ass, but I was a pain in their ass too. And I like that group, you know, I love that group. I guess a lot of it, what hurts now too is just with Asia, you know, having the season that she did.
Becky, Jackie goes 1 of 10, Chelsea goes 3 of 8. What did it just feel like? God, this has been what's plagued us all season.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing, and I try to sell this to them, you know, but take a team like Minnesota and you have good talent. You have an excellent team. And we had excellent talent and had a good team. And at the end of the day, you know, this game rewards your habits. It rewards the hard work. It rewards the selflessness required in a team sport to be able to win. And what I've always tried to convey to this group, you know, specifically with our guards, right? Chels, Kels, and Jack, you know, their success is so intertwined with each other's. Their individual greatness comes from them being great together. And a little bit of iron sharpens iron. And you know, you take Minnesota, like, you know, last year, those three are flirting with 40, 50, 90. I mean, they didn't miss very much. We just didn't shoot the ball well this year. And I guess when you go back and look, it's like, yeah, we changed the way the league plays a little bit with the spacing and then the lot of threes, the high volume threes, this and that. And then it kind of hit us back in the face because we're still taking the threes, but now we're missing and everybody else is making. So, but that core four, and you could put AC in there. She's been with us a couple of years. Sid, Kia, even KB. Like that group loves KB. This year didn't actually probably work out the way she wanted it to. She got injured early and kind of got behind the 8 ball. You know, like I said, you know, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's a lot of good things that we can build on. And at the end of the day, I choose that locker room every time. I choose those women every time. And I'm proud to be their coach.
2 final questions. We're gonna follow up from Kelly and then Nikai's in the back.
I just wanted to circle back to something you said about talking a lot of trash last year. Stewie kind of.
Can we not circle back on it?
Well,
I think it's circling well enough right now.
But is there anything you want to address about maybe anything you said or like what you heard the team said that you feel like needs to be addressed or was maybe?
No, I mean, we talked our crap. They heard it and they get to talk their crap. It's part of the game. It's not like personal. I can talk crap all I want. At the end of the day, I have mad respect for Sandy. Sandy coached me. Me and Sandy go way back. Saab, Stewie. I have mad respect for those players. There's no doubt about it. May seem like I have something, but it's like, of course, I'm always gonna ride with Asia, so it maybe seems, I think Stewie is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Um, you know, and Saab, like I told y'all, I don't know who's voting for second, third, or when that stuff comes out, but like, if you're watching and paying attention, she's the key. She's the key. And, Stewie's gonna go down as one of the greatest of all time. And Saab will too. And my group of guards will too. I mean, you really have a really unique situation where you have a really bunch of brilliant basketball players competing at the highest level, kind of like in ways all in their prime still. It's a really unique situation. Then you have this younger influx of the rookies, and you got Juju coming out, and you got the Hidalgo kid from Notre Dame. Like it's good. Is women's basketball is a lot of fun right now.
Final question.
So, just going back to the game very quickly in the second.
Thank you. Thank God.
Just going back to the second half, it felt like there was a little bit of a hitch in the half court. It felt like a little bit of catch and hold. How much of that did you feel was self-inflicted versus anything New York did defensively?
It was both. At the end of the day, you don't give another team control over what you do. You got to dictate action. You got to impose your will. They're not going to do it. They're not just going to let you go where you want to go. You got to make it happen. And quite honestly, I mean, there was definitely some lulls where I thought the ball was popping. And then there were some lulls where I felt like we passed up shots. I'm like, what now? Nobody wants to shoot? And we started overpassing. So it's just one of those things. At the end of the day, whether we overpassed or underpassed, we had really good looks and missed. And they did it. And the layup thing still irks me in the fourth quarter, especially. You can't give up layups.
Thank you.
Good?
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.